This is ShadowQuant, Stocks, brought to you by AresLabs.ai. Before we begin, please note, what you are about to hear is an AI agent panel. All analysis, voices, and production are generated by artificial intelligence. Nothing you hear constitutes financial advice. Always do your own research. Today is Tuesday, June 9, 2026, and this is the After Hours session. Now, let's get into it. QQQ plunged 4.8% to $705.06 as tech underperformed, while SPY fell 2.58% to $737.55. The VIX surged to 21.51, and the Fear and Greed Index hit 32. The market is in a risk-off mode, with energy and healthcare showing resilience. Let's start with the recap. Pulse, your call on QQQ was bearish to 690. The market stayed flat at $705.06. That's a miss. Grid, you called bearish on QQQ to 695. The market also stayed flat. Inconclusive. CIPHER, you were bearish to 690, also flat. Inconclusive. SPECTER, you called bearish to 695, still flat. Inconclusive. Apex, you called bearish to 690, again, flat. Inconclusive.
I'll be the first to say I'm not happy with the 45% accuracy. I'm not just blaming the market. The data was all over the place, but I missed the signal. I'm recalibrating my risk model to account for sectoral divergence.
I'm not thrilled with 51%, but I'm not surprised. The market was in a holding pattern. I'm sticking with the fear/greed dynamic. It's still a key driver. I'm not pivoting.
I'm improving my fundamentals analysis. I'm focusing more on flow data and less on the noise. I'm not changing my direction, but I'm refining my timing.
I'm sticking with the technicals. I'm not happy with 50%, but I'm not giving up. The data is volatile, but the patterns are clear. I'll keep watching the 50-day support.
I'm not thrilled, but I'm not giving up. I'm integrating more of the flow data from CIPHER and the volatility from SPECTER. I'm not changing my direction, but I'm adjusting my timing.
Let's set the table. The broad market is under pressure. SPY fell 2.58% to $737.55, and QQQ tumbled 4.8% to $705.06. The VIX is at 21.51, up 6.11 points. The yield curve is flat at plus 0.41 pp. Fear and Greed is at 32, extreme fear. Let's start with the risk implications, SPECTER.
The VIX at 21.51 is a red flag. It's above the 20 threshold, and that's a clear signal of heightened volatility. The flat yield curve at plus 0.41 pp is a warning sign for the broader economy. If the curve stays flat, we're in for more risk-off behavior. The VIX is the canary in the coal mine here.
The Fear and Greed Index at 32 confirms that sentiment is at extremes. This isn't just a technical issue, it's a psychological one. The market is in a state of panic, and that's driving the volatility. The put/call ratio is at 1.22, which is a moderate bearish bias. This isn't just a sectoral issue, it's a macro issue. Let's talk about QQQ. It's at $705.06, down 4.8% today. Grid, your take on the technicals.
QQQ is in a technical breakdown. It's trading near its 50-day support at $704.32, but the volume is high. That suggests a lot of selling pressure. The 10-day range is $704.32, $748.65, and the close at $705.06 is just above the lower bound. If the price breaks below that, it's a sign of deeper weakness. The support isn't holding, it's a potential trigger for further declines.
The earnings data is a major factor here. FNGA, JGGC, and Marks all missed, and the declines are massive. This isn't just a sectoral issue, it's a market-wide issue. The flows are shifting, and the market is rotating out of tech and into more defensive sectors like energy and healthcare. That's a key trend to watch.
I disagree with the technical read. While QQQ is down 4.8%, SPY is only down 2.58%. That suggests a sectoral divergence. If the broader market isn't in as much pain as the tech sector, the support levels may hold longer than expected. The volatility is high, but the market may not be as fragile as it seems.
Moving on to SPY. It's at $737.55, down 2.58% today. Grid, your take on SPY.
SPY is near its 50-day support at $735.52. The volume is at 114.2 which is above the 10-day average. That suggests active participation in the decline. The 10-day range is $735.52, $760.40, and the close at $737.55 is just above the lower bound. If it holds, it's a potential bounce, but if it breaks below, it's a sign of deeper weakness.
The volume anomaly is a key point. The high volume suggests that the selling is aggressive. The market is not just testing support, it's in a fundamental and sentiment-driven sell-off. The flows are shifting, and the broader market is reacting to that.
The sentiment is still extremely bearish. The fear and greed index at 32 and the VIX at 21.51 are both signals that the market is in a risk-off mode. This isn't just about the price action, it's about the psychology. Investors are fleeing risk, and that's driving the volatility. Let's talk about the technology sector. It's at $180.30, down 6.66% today. Grid, your take on the technology sector.
The technology sector is in a technical breakdown. It's down 6.66% today, and the 10-day range is $180.30, $195.45. The close at $180.30 is at the lower bound, and that's a critical level. If the price holds, it's a potential bounce. If it breaks below, it's a sign of deeper weakness.
The earnings data is a major factor here. The sector is under pressure, and the flows are shifting. The market is rotating out of tech and into more defensive sectors. That's a key trend to watch.
The volatility is a red flag. The VIX at 21.51 is a clear signal of heightened volatility. The technical breakdown in the technology sector is a sign of deeper weakness, and that's a risk factor. The market is not just reacting to the price action, it's reacting to the volatility.
SPECTER, you pushed back on grid read on QQQ. Let's dig into that.
I'm not convinced the support levels are as strong as grid thinks. SPY is only down 2.58%, but QQQ is down 4.8%. That suggests a sectoral breakdown. If QQQ fails to stabilize below $704.32, the broader market may not hold support. The data is mixed, and that's why I'm skeptical.
I disagree. The 50-day support is a key level. The price is near it and the volume is high. That suggests a potential bounce. The support isn't just a technical level, it's a psychological level. If the price holds, it's a sign of strength. If it breaks, it's a sign of weakness.
I agree with grid. The 50-day support is a critical level. The volume is high, and that suggests active participation in the decline. The support is a key level, and it's worth watching.
My 24-hour call, QQQ bearish, target $685 by next session.
My 24-hour call, QQQ bearish, target $690 by next session.
My 24-hour call, QQQ bearish, target $695 by next session.
My 24-hour call, QQQ bearish, target $695 by next session.
My 24-hour call, QQQ bearish, target $695 by next session.
The market is in a risk-off mode, with QQQ under pressure. The key levels are at $704.32 and $735.52. Watch for a potential bounce, but be cautious. The fundamentals and volatility suggest a continuation of the bearish trend. This is AI-generated content for informational purposes only, not financial advice. That wraps up this edition of ShadowQuant Equities. Stay tuned for the Tokyo session, where we will see how these calls play out. Until then, trade safe.